This video was captured and uploaded by Danny Ramirez, who was parked at a truck stop on Highway 97 one night. The rest stop is located right next to a big forest area, and it shouldn't surprise anybody that legends speak of the mysterious Bigfoot creature that can be heard and sometimes even seen, as he is making it through the bushes and trees down there. After parking his truck, Danny noticed some pretty loud noises, only moments before starting this recording. And then, the following unfolded.
Started to hear stuff out here. I'm over here on 97 on the rest stop. And, I don't know. What the heck is that? What is that? I don't even want to stick my arm out the window.
Some people commented, stating that this perhaps was just a wolf or a bear, but for Danny it is pretty unlikely that this was just an ordinary animal. It's quite hard to say what really had caused these noises that night, and a little bit spooky, don't you think? Let me hear your explanation in the comments. The following video was a submission to the paranormal Reddit section by Bianca, and she states, "Please tell me that this isn't a shadow figure at the end of the hallway. Me and my girl left the house for a bit and we wanted to see which dog kept tearing up our stuff, so to find out we put up a camera, and later while going over the footage we get a random notification, and at first it's nothing, but then when you really look down the hallway where the door frame is, you can actually see it. No one was even home at the time. Let's take a look." Oh yeah, you clearly see shadow walking past the hallway back there. Huh. Now, the question here is, of course, is this paranormal? Was there maybe somebody in their home without them knowing? Maybe the landlord creeped through, the dark hallways, stealing stuff? Maybe a stranger, maybe somebody broke in even. Or could they be right? Did something paranormal unfold in there? And now let's take another look at the Joshua Luck family, who have been experiencing paranormal events for months now. The family has posted the latest paranormal experiences online. If you're not familiar with the Joshua Luck haunting, go check out this clip, where I dedicated an entire video to the creepy things happening to this family. This first video was taken during a live stream inside the family's store, where much of the paranormal activity has been occurring. The father, Luan, and his wife set up 2 cameras in the shop, both aimed at the mannequin. There have been paranormal occurrences related to this mannequin in the past, so it makes sense that they wanted to investigate further. Once both cameras have been placed, it takes no time at all for something creepy to occur.
Ahí. Y eso no estaba. Se ve clarito, se me está poniendo la piel chinita, se ve clarito la cara de una mujer ahí. Miren.
In the the top camera, we see Luan, ensuring the mannequin is secured and properly in the frame. Shortly after, we see something peering out of the side, lurking out from the left of the mannequin. About the video, Luan wrote, "A few days ago, we did a live on my wife's account and you can see the face of a woman on the live stream. You can see she moves her head and eyes. Most viewers agree that this is the same spirit that has been haunting this family for months. Do you see the resemblance?" The next video was also taken in the family store, and this one was taken by Mother Marsha. She was filming the store late at night after the store had closed and she was alone to clean up. It seems like a quiet night, but she notices something when she turns the corner. Did you see that? When Marsha turns the corner, she quickly notices a terrifying shadow figure. It appears to be quite large and is crouching over a loft area. Given the paranormal history of the store, it makes sense that Marsha is terrified when she notices the large black creature. Let me know what you think of these new updates in this series. Pretty creepy, isn't it? Now we are taking a look at a recording from a young man who states that he was cruising around the following night and that he was on the way to a friend's house. The road takes him through a little stretch of road that doesn't see a lot of traffic really, especially at night. It's basically dead. However, he noticed a creepy looking person standing on the side of the road. He turned around shortly after and then shared the following encounter with us.
Nope, both. Now I'm driving and I see some, look at the, there's something up here. Hello?
It appears that somebody with long dark hair is standing in pitch darkness, literally just spooking passing cars. On Reddit, many people speculate that we are seeing a creepy weirdo here that is basically just getting a kick out of scaring passing cars, which seems to be the most likely scenario. If it isn't a skid, of course. However, it still remains pretty dangerous to stay on a non-lit road that late at night. But in the end, we cannot say for certain what exactly had happened here. Take a look at a video from a viewer who actually was here earlier. The viewer tells me, "It was a member of my family that loved graveyards and he was just walking through with a camera. He said he thought he saw something and that's why you see him take another quick glance in the area the thing was seen. He didn't see the thing in person but found it later on his VHS camera."
Older section of the caretaker's building. You can see that 1910.
Oh, is it the thing on the left?
You can see that 1910.
Here, look at that. That actually is quite amazing. Wow. I could actually almost make out like a dress and facial features. This is actually really great. Look, this is where it pops up. This is really, this is a really good capture. Wow. This clip was apparently captured in Poland by a woman who recorded this unusual dark object hovering in the sky right above her. She parked her car immediately, pulled out her phone and started recording. At first she wasn't sure if this was perhaps just a strange bird.
What is that? It's just floating in the sky. This is some crazy stuff. What is going on? Weird? Oh my gosh.
The woman states that this thing kept floating in the sky for a while until it mysteriously vanished. It reminds me a bit of the weird Dark Knight satellite images and videos that surfaced a few years back. And I'm really not sure if this was just an animal or something otherworldly. What do you think? And then there was another strange incident that was documented by a man in Oregon this past November. The same sighting had been reported by different people around the world, and they all speak of the same mysterious illuminated objects that are moving independently and leaving glowing trails in the sky, excluding drones as possible cause for this particular phenomenon. At first we can see two floating lights, when out of nowhere a third one appears. The man recording is pretty certain that this also was the doing of an extraterrestrial life form. But if that's not the case, what else could it be? I'm lost of words here. The following is an investigation that Dawn has conducted with her son, she tells me. I took a trip to visit my son in Washington State. We planned a trip to Manresa Castle, a beautiful historic hotel. When we first got into our room, the chandelier was swaying slightly, even though all the windows were closed. My son rented a room that was right below the attic room, that, according to the stories we've heard, was where a monk himself back in the 1920s. I didn't see it at the time, but days later I was reviewing my footage after I got home and couldn't believe my eyes what we caught in the mirror.
Thank you so much! I saw you! I saw you! I saw you! Oh no, I went back. It went up a little bit.
No, he's doing like a whipping sound. Like, yeah, when it beeps, it did it. Is this the monk or is this the fiance that has the broken heart?
This is a quite significant recording, as it would appear that a shadow apparition is responding intelligently to Dawn's and Israel's questions and acknowledges that they could hear it via their spirit box. I find the movement of this shadow is quite similar to the recordings of the Lamb House, which is why I believe this video to be real. Could it be the monk, or perhaps another restless spirit that was communicating with the two? Certainly quite intriguing, I find. What do you think?
I saw you. I saw you. Oh no, I went back. You went up a little bit.
The following video was recorded by a trail cam that was mounted on a pole close to the owner's home. There were always weird noises that could be heard stemming from the local woods. Many legends were told about the infamous skinwalker that was supposed to roam this area, especially at night. The man had decided to mount this camera together with a floodlight for security purposes. And one night it would appear that he finally caught something that he couldn't easily explain. A strange white creature appears on the right side of the screen and seems to be running through the picture in a pretty inhumane way. Look at its legs. It almost doesn't look human at all, wouldn't you agree? Some people say it almost looks as if that thing was stalking for prey. What an unsettling thought. Are we actually seeing a mysterious creature here? Or was it something way more unnerving? Please let me know what you think. To this day, the man has no idea what exactly was captured that night. Now we want to check out video by Talia, who actually doesn't usually post paranormal stuff. It's mostly about dancing and short story times. However, this next clip in particular has really interested the paranormal community. It sounds intriguing. Oh, is that a jacket? Look, there's something jumping and then there's somebody behind her. Like, what is going on here? Oh, it's like just one frame. It's semi-transparent, not fully. Then right behind her, this thing. There's definitely somebody standing. And it would appear that compared to the upper body, look how short the legs are. Maybe that's just a weird effect in a super tall shadow figure. No. Well, if we believe the description, she has never captured anything paranormal. Which would mean that this would be the first time for her that there might have been something from another realm jumping into the frame and then manifesting right behind this girl. The next clip was uploaded by user Danny Donahue. There isn't much information about the clip itself, other than it was taken at an abandoned mine shaft. Danny and a friend were visiting the entrance to the mine shaft, which fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, was closed off with some wooden planks. This must be to keep visitors safe from the dangerous cave. However, it seems that there may be more dangers than a collapsing mine shaft here. Danny films the entire mine shaft, and although there's something definitely creepy about an abandoned location, nothing seems too out of place here. As he's filming through the wooden planks, he films something downright terrifying.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Go.
A huge figure suddenly appears from the darkness. This creature looks to be extremely tall and inhumanely thin, with grey skin and yellow shining eyes. There's no way this is human. Danny believes he has captured footage of a skinwalker here. For those who aren't familiar, skinwalkers are a type of witch from the Navajo culture that are believed to be able to mimic the form of various animals. These witches are thought to be extremely dangerous and often wish to cause harm on others. Could this really be a skinwalker? Probably just some amazing effects work from our friend Danny here. Please make sure to give his channel a visit. And whatever the answer, this was certainly a terrifying capture. This next clip comes to us from the Dark Dimension. The story goes that a man was walking home around 2 AM when he noticed something strange in the distance. It looked like a woman. However, according to the man, she was inexplicably tall, and there was something odd about the way she was walking. The man stated that the woman froze him in fear, and he felt completely unable to move for a few minutes until she had passed. The man also noticed that it appeared there were 3 children with the woman, 1 in her arms and 2 walking. Why does the woman appear to be in grayscale, while the rest of the film is colored so regularly? Is it possible this is simply a very tall woman walking with her children, or something paranormal? Commenters seem torn on this one. What do you believe? Shared by user Anonymous1. She's experiencing a really strong haunting in her home and seeking for advice. She states, "Something spooky is going on in our basement apartment. Lots of previous activity, but only recently caught on camera. We've had the house blessed, and I want to hear your thoughts. Since moving to the house, the following has happened. My mother has been awakened by screaming. Something was screaming her name, touching her face and slapping her so hard that she almost fell out of bed. She has been having very frequent nightmares. I've had above normal episodes of sleep paralysis to the point that I've been prescribed sleep medication and referred to a sleep study. I've had nightmares and been prescribed medication for night terrors. 2 guests have seen shadow people while awake on different occasions, and then set up cameras to see what was going on. We've had the house blessed by a priest, but the activity hasn't stopped. Let's take a look." The first clips show the orb activity, which is pretty unusual. Some of the orb activity can only be described as really crazy. In the bedroom in particular, there are several of them appearing and dancing around in front of the camera lens, which off nights triggers the motion sensor and then starts spinning around in the room. Of course, we can't be certain that it isn't insects, but the viewers are pretty sure that this is indeed legit paranormal activity. Anonymous suspects that the orb could be hugging her in this recording. Could that be true? But the most terrifying event was yet to come. Anonymous could capture how something came out of the wall. a creepy looking thing, and it feels really legit, doesn't it? People have pointed out that this being appears to be coming out of the television. Could it be using the energy of this device to manifest, perhaps? Seeing it manifest as a black cloud, though, could mean that they are dealing with something evil. If the video wasn't tampered with digitally, what else could be the cause for the dark smoke, guys? Please let me know. There are several follow-up videos that show some really strange activity in the bedroom. The orb seemed to visit on a regular basis. If you want, check out the videos on her channel. It's really terrifying and exciting.